qualifying is never easy. You know, sometimes we're just expected to go and get into the big tournaments, but you've seen in the past, yeah, it's not as easy as it looks. So we've had a really tough group this time, but credit to the boys. You know, some of the results we've had, performances, and we topped it off here today. You know, we went 1-0 behind, and we stayed calm, we stayed steady. We knew we had enough to get the win, and we've done it.
2 more goals for you. It does mean that you overtake Sir Bobby Charlton's record. You're the outright leading goal scorer at Wembley for England. You just love playing and scoring here, don't you?
I do. You know, it's our home. You know, we've made it a real fortress over recent years, and you know, we're getting full houses. You know, the fans are loving it. So we obviously want to repay them with good victories and good performances, and we've done that today.
Composure had to be shown for both of the goals, with the penalty for the first one, but was the second classic Harry Kane?
Yeah, I think so. You know, there's a few at the end, kind of just chasing lost balls and just trying to help the team get up the pitch. And then, yeah, you know, I showed a bit of pace, which is not normally my strength, but yeah, it was nice to obviously finish that one off, and it kind of killed the game for us. So yeah, we can enjoy this. You know, it's been a tough journey. To qualify with 2 games to go is, you know, credit to everyone involved.
Well, you can show your teammates around your new home of Germany. I'll let you go and enjoy the celebration.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
And this is what this result means for England in terms of qualification. England have topped the group with that win against Italy. They have officially qualified for Euro 2024 in Germany. And what it means for Italy, their next match is against North Macedonia. If they win that one on home soil in Italy, then it goes into the final game of the groups for them against Ukraine for whoever takes that second qualification spot out of Group C. For England tonight, though, Jill, you wanted to see more from them in the second half. You wanted to see them take it to the next level, and they did just that.
Oh, they were so good, honestly. The scenes now, they deserve it. They've been exceptional this qualifying campaign. I thought, yeah, the second half, they were brilliant. Limited the touches, 1-2s all over the place, and the strength and depth throughout the squad. Can they win the Euros? I think, yes, they can, based on that performance.
We're just seeing some of the players walk right behind us here. Kieran Trippier gave out a bit of a sigh there, Joe, didn't he? As if to say, oh, it was tough out there.
Yeah, listen, I think he just, the whole campaign, but they was outstanding from start to finish. Well done. This group of players, I'm looking at, we looked at the bench. Well done, big man. Top draw. Well done, absolutely outstanding. From the start, all of them, from the start of the campaign, this man here, Calvin, well done. Well done, fella.
And it's the champion of carrot in a box as well. Look at that.
Well done. Yeah. Now, listen, we're really privileged to watch this team, particularly us, Jules and Jill, from the start. You know, we watched this campaign grow. We watched this team evolved. And we're chatting with Franco at half-time. And I got the feeling that there were still gears to go from this England. Italy played very well tonight. That is as good as a test you'll get, because Italy will be there or thereabouts come the tournament, a team of that quality. And we just knew that at one point, one of our players, Bellingham, Rashford, Foden, Grealish, will produce something. There's so many match winners, and the fans are in the background here. Just Bellingham's the last to leave the pitch at the moment. And that man started it from the 15 minutes when he galvanised the crowd, won us that penalty. We've got threats from all over the pitch.
Yeah, you know what? Jude Bellingham is going to come over and have a proper chat with us in a minute. But for the time being, I know he wanted to share a bit of love with Gianfranco Zola, with Joe and Jill. And Jude, you are going to come back and join us in a minute. But come back in a bit, because we've got to take a break quickly. But when we come back, we will be hearing as well. But England had to fight back. They came from behind to get the victory tonight, Gianfranco. Italy took the lead through Scamacca. We're going to take a look back at all of the goals now. How did they manage to create this opportunity? Because it was against the run of play.
No, it was a very good initiative, as I said before. They've been brave. They tried to play from the back, and they created a good chance. You know, I saw so many positive things from Italy. You can see here the players they're brave, and the pressure from England is good. So the team has done a very good performance. You can see a great interplay between I think Barella and Edoji. Then they came out on the left, switch play on the other side, and immediately they attack the weak side here with Di Lorenzo, and they create a very good goal. Again, I repeat, I saw a very good team. I saw 2 very good teams where the team with the better individuals won. But two very good teams.
It was a bit of a shock when that goal came, because that was actually Italy's first shot on target in the game, Jill. But this then came from England at a really good time. Bellingham winning a penalty.
Yeah, it was really good play. Rice initially playing it in, and then I just think from Bellingham, he was always trying to make things happen. He just runs through. Literally, at first I was like, is it a penalty? Then as soon as we're seeing it back, I was like, it's spot on a penalty. But yeah, I just thought he was willing to make things happen all night. And as soon as we got the penalty, I said to Joe, there's going to be no other outcome than a Harry Kane goal, and he put it away. Yeah. Spectacular, really.
Yeah, and listen, there would have been demons with Harry with penalties, you know, because of that. Listen, that man there, what he's done for this country, record goal scorer of all time, and he's taken the brunt of being the guy to make things happen for so long, but he's got players around him now that's going to make he's just a cog in the wheel with this great side.
All square at half-time. Second half, Joe, you wanted more, you got it.
Yeah, well, listen, I likened it, like, I agree with Franco. Italy were playing very tactically, very good in the street, but England have individuals and a cohesion, and look at it, outstanding from Foden there. Wonderful athleticism from Jude Bellingham, and then the intelligence to lay the ball off, and then look to Rashford, and then watch this run as well where he just comes out, and then Rashford, we've seen him do that countless times.
Brilliant.
What an outstanding finisher he is when he comes in from that left side. But his whole move, Franco, it was superb, wasn't it?
No, it's exactly what we were talking about before. You know, Italy had to do the double of the work in order to get a goal. England, with 2 or 3 change of paces with those two players, they made a big difference. You know, when you have players like this, it makes your life much easier.
And then Harry Kane just sealed the deal to make it 3-1.
Yeah, and what I loved about this Harry Kane goal was the fact that the ball was probably a 60-40 in the defender's favour. He kind of gets fouled there, but he doesn't stop, and I think that was the attitude of the players all night, just trying to make things happen. And what a finish. Yeah, I think this initial bit here, trips over but doesn't stop, gets back up. He said he showed that turn of pace, which he said isn't his strength, but he definitely showed that he has that in his locker. And what a finish that is, what a finish.
Yeah, bearing down on goal. Great finish, was it?
61 England goals, perfect centre-forward play. Look,
they're incredible to work with, I have to say. So hungry, so eager to learn, so together. And you saw that in the performance tonight. We talked before the game about the mentality being the biggest thing in these big matches, and maybe you've got to come through setbacks, but whatever, you've got to be relentless, and I thought the performance was relentless tonight.
Gareth, outstanding performance from front to back. Jordan right up to Harry, everyone was bang on it today. You know, what would look like maybe a dress rehearsal for like a knockout stage game is that as good a performance as you've seen this group put in? Because I can't remember if everyone was on it tactically, mentally, everything was spot on tonight.
Yeah, I think what was really pleasing was that when we went behind, we stayed calm. I thought we used the ball really calmly from the back. You know, there's been moments in the bigger games where we've lost possession too easily, and our front players worked unbelievably for the team. Marcus Rashford, I don't know how much ground he covered today.
Yeah,
Phil Foden, Harry Kane. When your front players are doing that sort of work, it's a brilliant sign for the team.
Do you want the tournament to start tomorrow when they play like that?
Yeah, Gareth, I was just going to touch on, everybody's talking about in possession, but I thought how quickly we won the ball back when we did lose it. Was that something you spoke about when playing against these top teams, and how important is that going to be for the Euros?
Yeah, it's crucial, because there were times in the first half we were a little bit passive close to our goal, and you know, I think the big difference with the team in the last couple of years is that we have got more legs in midfield, we have got more physicality, and you've got to be outstanding with and without the ball, and against teams that build in different patterns, so you've also got to be flexible, and that was what our midfield and our wide players did really well today.
Yeah.
Gareth, I wanted to ask you played with Italy of Mancini, and today you play against Spalletti's one. Did you notice any difference between the two sides? Yeah,
some similarities with the 4-3-3. I think a little different with the fullbacks building inside more, Udogie and Di Lorenzo. And yeah, it's a new team really. I mean, you know, when Italy were at their best for the Euros, the experience of Bonucci, the experience of Chiellini, Jorginho, Verratti, different types of player, but so much big match experience. So I think I'm sure Spalletti is going to do a fantastic job. He's probably still getting to know his players really well at the moment.
Thank you. Gareth, the front three, you mentioned how hard they worked and the quality. You add to that Saka, who wasn't in the squad tonight, Maddison, Jack, you know, like, it's a great headache to have. And how's it been trying to, you know, get all of them players and keep them different players for different games? And
yeah, I think that's the key. They're all different. They all bring different qualities. We've got dribblers, we've got speed in behind, we've got guys that can come short and link the play well. And on different nights you're going to need that. But what you always need is the work ethic they put in tonight without the ball. Because in the biggest games now, you can't carry players, and that pleased me so much with their performance. And
they support each other, don't they, as well? I'm watching them out here training, all working hard and celebrating with each other. The spirit that you've galvanised with that group, you can see it, we can see it from outside. Fantastic.
Yeah, it was a really good atmosphere here in Wembley tonight, Gareth. There were still a few boos when Jordan Henderson came on, but overall, a better reception.
Yeah, I mean, they were drowned out. I think people realise his importance for us. You know, it's to have a player of his experience. Obviously, Calvin was on a yellow card. He quite possibly could have had a red, so we needed to get him off. To have somebody like Hendo to come into that and calm things and be that experienced voice as well. I have to say, Mark Guehi coming on at that stage of the game is not easy for a young defender coming into a game like that, and he did brilliantly.
In terms of Calvin Phillips' minutes at Manchester City, we know they're limited. Is that an issue for you going forward in the build-up to the Euros?
Well, look, ideally, we would have everybody playing regularly, but you can see Calvin, Harry Maguire, you know, the questions have been about them playing at club level, but they were both outstanding tonight, and they're so important for us. So, yes, of course, we'd like them to be playing more, but they're up against really good players at their club. Calvin's competing with Kovacic, Rodri, Bernardo. They're world-class players, so it's understandable he's not playing as much, but every time he plays for us, he does a fantastic job.
It's so hard. We get here, we've qualified now, England, and it's hard not to get too excited. But does that build the pressure on you now? It's quite a long wait still until June.
Well, firstly, we need to make